Hello, hello, hello. The answer to the question is yes. All right. We're almost 24 hours to go to Cthulhu Death May Die, Fear of the Unknown, and we're approaching $3 million. And the question is, should you back it? Oh, wait. I already answered that, didn't I? Hello. Let's take a look at this. What's this? This is the first campaign. This would be season 1 and 2. And I have just a couple of small pieces of comparison. There were 15,831 backers. There was 2,400,000 and change. Where are we at now? What are we at? Almost 3 million, 18,000 plus backers. So this one is definitely bigger than the last one. So here's the fun part to look at. Let's take a look at this. The regular pledge was $100. This pledge, a number of years later, $100. So this is really interesting because the $100 pledge level was what CMON was kind of doing. You'd spend your $100, you get your main game, and then you get this unspeakable box. It's not always called the unspeakable box. It's called something of extra stuff. And CMON is so good with the extra stuff. And then, they really make it worth it. They really make it worth it. They are a great company for Kickstarter. They know how to put together a slew of extras that you get from backing it on Kickstarter. It's awesome. I love that about this company. I love it. And then they often add a lot of optional buys. So then came Marvel Zombicide, right? This first opening price was $130. And we were like, what? Yeah, it was just such a jump. And then you thought, yeah, COVID, everything going on, that base $100 CMON price couldn't stay that way forever, could it? And it didn't. It went to $130. Now, everyone here should know that after that, there was a fiasco. And that was, as they said, the shipping was this, 1, and it was by a factor of 3 for most people. A couple months later. And they just didn't handle it well, right? And a lot of you you gave them money. You gave them your money. I don't know why you would do that. I said no way, and I canceled. I did lose 10%. And I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay. In fact, guess what? I have Marvel Zombies, Undead or Alive, in the mail as we speak. I have a tracking number. So I got a lot of Marvel, it's not Marvel Zombies, Zombicide, Undead or Alive, back in the old Wild West. So no Marvel. And you know what? Deep in my soul, I'm getting sick of Zombicide. I'm sorry. If you have never played Zombicide before, tangent, go play it. It's a fantastic game. But they've mined it for so much. I'm pretty sure this is the last Zombicide I'm ever going to get, this Undead or Alive. Okay, so back to the story, $130. So that was big. The shipping was huge. All the extras were big. And then they did Cyberpunk. That was their next campaign, and I did not back that, but I do believe it was more than $100 for that. Should we go look? Do you want to go look? We can go look. You can stick with me. You can have a conversation. You can be patient. I could edit this out. Cyberpunk, it's 20, right? Could be completely wrong here. 2077? There it is. How about that? So let's go look at what they did. Stick with me. So they only had 800,000 on this one. This was a little bit of a disappointment. 6,000 backers. And it was $110 for the Edge Runner press. Okay, $110. You came back from that 130, reeled it back in a little. But I just didn't like the look of this game. I had also supported Tamashii earlier this year, and that looks like it's going to be my Cyberpunk game of the year. After this, they went and did Dune, right? War for Arrakis. This I did back. I think you guys know that. Those who know, right? In the campaign. And this one was, I got the carry-all pledge, by the way, and which means I got some extra. It was $110 as well. So, okay, we accepted it. We just accepted it, everybody. CMON is going to move their Kickstarter crowdfunding games where you invest in them, wait a year or two to get it back, $110 for the base game. That's where they went. And it makes sense, right? They couldn't stay at 100 forever, especially with all the costs of COVID and shipping and everything going up. Surprise, surprise, surprise. This new Cthulhu Death May Die, Season 3, $100. I think it's a brilliant move. They could have done $110, and I would tell you that there would be the exact same amount of backers. I think there would be. So you say, wait, did they leave money on the table, Jason? No, they did not, because they have rebuilt goodwill. Rebuilt goodwill. For $100, you get the Unknowable Pledge, which is a solid full game. A full game, just like the other one. Just like the other one. A full game with new colors, by the way, new stories, new monsters, and it's fully playable with the other game. $100. God, that just feels good. Thank you, Simon, for having brains. There's a leader now. Like, I think there's a new leader. I bet they fired the CEO who lied through his or her butt about the shipping and came here and said, no, we're going to fix this company. And this person listened, got smart, and said $100. No, the marketing people said, and all the people, oh, we're going to do more. Nope. Get it back. Get it right back. And they did. And it's a really, really good idea. And what a value. What a value. Now, there's also a all-in, which I don't want to really talk about right now, but it's $210, which is an incredible discount. A $40 discount. You get that $100 box, plus all the extras, right? All the extras, and we'll get to that in a second. You get Season 4, a full expansion, and you get Ithaca, an extra Elder One box, and you get Animal Allies, okay? And all of the extra stuff. Oh my God, is there extra stuff? There are all these investigators. There are this Elder box. This will be the third Elder box, I think, after, I think so. Elder box with Nug and actually it's going to be, I think, 2 guys in 1 box with another. This is just so good. Instead of 3 episodes last time they did it for lost episode 1, 2, and 3, we get 4, 5, and 6, and 7. So you're even getting extra in this one. You're getting extra. Look at this one. And I can't wait to play the Color Out of Space. It just looks so great. Tons of monsters and extra cards that go backwards compatible with the previous game to make the 2 new mechanics, relics and unknown monsters, add to the old game. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now look, the Season 4 expansion is $65. Now Season 2, back in the old one, was $50. So this one up $15. That's about right to me. Ithaca the Windwater is $30. The Black Goat Elder God extra from the last one was $25. So that one went up $5. Animal Allies is $25. There wasn't an equivalent Animal Allies box in the first printing. Now, Riley Rising, I'm pronouncing it that way. I don't know if I'm right. Riley Rising is $180. Back then, it was $150. $30 more if you want it. By the way, I'm not getting this. Ridiculous. Now, here is probably the most controversial part of the entire thing. And I don't mean to say that it's actually controversial, like a real controversy, like we're going to get angry at each other and there's problems here. No, that's a questionable thing for a decision point. It's a decision point in your life. You're coming up. And that is that Unspeakable box, which is, let me explain that, is all the extra Kickstarter stuff from the first campaign. There's the box, the main box that they give you. Let's go all the way up here. Right, there's your main box. There's your game, the Unknowable Pledge. There it is. And then all the extra stuff. And in this game, it's considerable, all the extra stuff, right? Everything being added to the pledge. All these people, all these monsters, all of these lost episodes. Just amazing. Amazing extra content. Well, they did that for the first campaign, and that one is called the Unspeakable box. But it's out of print now, right? It was attached to the first campaign, and people have been wanting it. And I think people have been paying like $400 and $500 for this on eBay, and so they've been whining and complaining and moaning. Please bring it back. And Simon said, yes, we will. We give it to you. You want it, you get it. Amazing. Here it is. Price is $120. And that's the controversy part. Folks, you got this $120 box for free for your $100 order of the first campaign. So, $120 just for the extras. Do you want to do it? here's the deal. There's no controversy here. This is a product, and this is the price. This is the product, this is the price. And you, my friend, have free will. Choice. Choice. You want it? $120, and it's yours. There you go. Pretty easy. If you don't want it, don't get it. If you're wondering, if you want my opinion, I've already told you you should back this. Should you get the unspeakable box? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I just don't know. It'll probably be, I'm obviously waiting until the pledge manager comes out, so there's a gap between finishing your pledge and then the pledge manager opens up and you can finalize things. So it'll be a month or two before they do that. And then I'll have to make a decision before it closes. And at that point, I'll look at how much money I've got and I'll feel it out and I'll just go through that inner process. There might be other campaigns I'm buying at the time. There might be nothing. It might be the perfect time to get it. We'll have to see. But it is $120. So it's a big decision. Now, dice, $10, $10. Both ones had $10 dice. The old campaign had an art book, and this one they didn't do it. I'm glad. I'm never interested in the art books, but maybe you guys are. But so maybe you're upset that there weren't any, but I am glad there aren't any. So it's just, this is a good value. Yes, shipping is going to be a lot higher than the first one, but it's the way it is now. It really is. I mean, it's hard to get stuff over from China, right? Hopefully someone out there, I've been saying it, let's go into the Midwest, let's find an old factory, let's refurbish it. You know, we need, a big company, someone like Asmodee, which just has more money than, any of these other Kickstarter companies, just builds this massive factory in America, and we produced our own games. Go USA. That's what I say. If you're not American, maybe you like your games shipped in from somewhere else. And there should probably be a factory in Europe as well. Yes, I know it's cheaper to get it from China, but I think it would be wonderful if we created this at home. It might be a little more money, but I just think it would also be less shipping, right? And now shipping is getting so big. Hey, topic for another video. Okay, so where are you at? Where are you at? I know I've done a couple videos on Cthulhu Death May Die already, and a lot of you have already given me your opinions. And now that it's coming to an end, where are you at? For me, this is just a no-brainer. I mean, first of all, I'll tell you something else that's really cool. And this is a big one for me. A lot of this style of creating a campaign, of getting a base game, and then adding to it all the extra stuff, and then all of this extra content, is kind of a waste. And you've heard me say that probably in previous videos. Like I remember Bardsung, when I got Bardsung and I had bought the Lost Levels expansion. And as I opened the whole thing, I went, oh, I'm never playing that Lost Levels expansion. I just knew it. And that's the way it is with most stuff. I actually don't use the expansion material. I don't. I'm not a big expansion person. I know Tom Vassell, the Dice Towers, always loving expansions, right? There's a new expansion out for Dune Imperium. He just loves it. I didn't much like the last one. I still like the base Dune Imperium game just fine. So I'm not a big expansion person, except when it comes to CMON games. Their expansions are amazing. So here's the thing. With Cthulhu Death May Die, I played every scenario. Season 1, Season 2. Used it all. We had all the gods. We used them in different variations. We just used the content. And I have been asking for this campaign specifically so I can, what? So I can get more content. Because I'm gonna do it. So there's 6 more episodes right here on screen. You can see this with the base box. We're gonna play them. Probably more than that because there's a number of extra Elder Gods, and we could even go back and play it with Yog-Sothoth, Dark Goat of the Woods, even Dagon if I get the Unspeakable box, and of course Cthulhu himself, right? So I got 6 more episodes that I'm going to do, absolutely. Like there's no doubt to that. And what else am I going to get? Season 4, which has 6 more episodes. I'm going to play those. I'm going to play them. How often do you actually use all your content? Cthulhu Death May Die, use all your content. You use all 6 of those, all 12 now, right? We're at 12 goals. The stretch goals have what? 4 more now, right? So we're at 16 episodes that you could play twice. That's 32. I don't know that I'll play them all twice, but I will play every one at least once. And hey, if I lose any of them, I'll never lose, right? Of course, that's BS. I will lose some of them, so we'll be playing some of them over more than once, right? Just to get them solved. I love the new Animal Allies thing. A lot of people are like, I don't like that. You know what I say to you? Don't buy it. Ithaca, the new Elder one. There's 2 new Elder ones coming if we hit 3,100,000. Hopefully we will. I have opened my mind and heart to investigators. I've been reading these. I did a videos on investigators, the core ones. They haven't done the deep dive on these new ones. And I'm excited. I'm excited about all of them. They're great. I want to try different ones. I want to play it solo so that I can play with both of them. It's cool. Here's the Elder Box Nug and Yeb. So we'll see if these guys come. We don't know if they will. We have to hit 3.1 million, I think, is to get there. But we do get Lost Episode 4 and Hypnos. Lost Episode 5 and Keziah Mason. And then this, for some reason, this one is just my favorite. Lost Episode 6, The Color Out of Space with some mutated animals. Yay! And then they added an extra one. I mean, Ran Tegoth and Nuff Kef, right? I mean, K. Fun names. And then a lot of fun monsters. And with the unknowable monster mechanic, you can use all of your monsters in all games. Whoa. Look, a lot of hate on CMON lately. And they deserved it for their lies. The lies. And the poor way their leadership handled Marvel Zombicide. Bad leadership. Whoever that person is, I hope they're not working at that company anymore. I really do. It just showed cowardice and lies and inauthenticity. And they're putting it together. Somebody listened and said, I'm going to right the ship. And they did it right here with Cthulhu, of all things. This is a great campaign. This is a great game. It's going to hold its value. You're going to have fun playing it if you like this type of game. And it's got so much content that you're just going to, the day you open this box, you're just going to be delighted. And you're going to get it to the table. And then, if you're like me, I get to paint all these miniatures. So this is just painting city. Me and my wife will paint them all. Oh, I'm excited. I say unequivocally yes. What do you say?